Hello and welcome back to the I Just Love Footy YouTube channel. Today I decided to venture down to the Collingwood footy ground to watch the boys train. They did some drills and subsequently fell into a match simulation, and that match simulation was comprised of 3/3 at 15 minutes, so 45 minutes worth of game time. It was black versus white. I believe the black was the main string team and the white was more the twos team. With a few, caveats in there with certain players. Before I talk about the individual performances I saw today, I just want to reassure you that Surge Footy, Pies Footy is here to stay in season 2024. The forward hand passes, the overlapping runs, the dare to go through the middle, the transition from defence to forward, it's all here to stay, and it just looks like we're just reinforcing all those principles that have, seen us progress at an exponential level over the last two seasons under Fly McRae. The first player I'm going to bring to our attention is Jamie Elliott. Jamie started in a high half forward flank position. Now, we've seen him there before, but I recall seeing him more as a deeper forward, playing as a lead-up forward and also could hold his own in an aerial contest considering his size. Now, today, being that high half forward, I think there was an ulterior motive from the coaching panel. I think, as you've probably heard, Billy has been playing a bit of halfback during the pre-season. We'll see if that continues throughout the intra-clubs and the practice games in the weeks to come. But yeah, he did start in that high half forward position, played well as a connector off the high half forward flank, was heavily involved in that first third, and then in the last third of the game, he was actually swung back as a high halfback flanker. Now, bear in mind, he had 15 minutes to play as a halfback flank. Didn't touch it a whole lot. However, there was a really nice sequence where he started with the ball off the back, disposed of the ball, and then continued his run, having that forward instinct. He ended up getting off the back of a hand pass from Nick Dacos, a contested hand pass at that. He got one, he received that hand pass and ended up snapping it through for goal, which is just ironic because he's playing halfback, but he's somehow found himself forward. But again, when you've played forward and you have that instinct, that's a great, string to the bow to have as a halfback flanker moving forward, if that is to happen. I reckon this bloke I'm about to speak about next watched yesterday's video about Reef McInnes, where I mentioned that if I had to pick one or the other, it would have been Reef, because what AJ did today, he was unbelievable. He was unrivaled aerially. He kicked goals on his opposite foot. He was just active, and with every opportunity he had when the ball came around him, it just felt like he was doing something. There were signs of forward half pressure. I recall a specific moment in the game where AJ was chasing Bruzzy down, and then in the forward half, and then Bruzzy, and I think Bruzzy caught AJ high, and then that's when AJ had that opportunity to take that set shot snap on his left foot. So that was promising. The boys got around him, and I think everyone was really excited to see that left foot finish on the snap base coming off the back of the hard work and the performance that AJ had already had up until that point of the game. Now, yeah, it has me second guessing my opinion yesterday, but I guess it's just a bit of extra healthy competition. Given Collingwood are in the premiership window, in retrospect, should have I gone AJ, because he's probably more primed for that second or third key tool right now. Sure, he doesn't have the string to the bow in the sense that he can go into the midfield or play on a wing, whereas Reef can. I think if we're specifically looking for that forward, maybe AJ's that man this season. But I'm confident both of them will get their opportunities, and it can only lead to good things for us having this healthy competition. It was interesting to note in the final third, Reef and AJ did swap teams, so I'm not too sure how much thought was put behind that. So I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to leave that at that and leave that food for thought with you guys. Finlay McRae, been on everyone's tongue this off and pre-season. He didn't shy away from any challenges. He was working hard in the contest, did his best on the outside. He can be a bit untidy at times, but I think as he gets games at an AFL level, that will start to translate, and hopefully he'll develop some more composure and see the field a bit more and distribute a bit cleaner than what he is at the moment. But only promising signs for him. Lipinski moved really well across the ground. He's a great runner. I think that's one of the reasons why we brought him over to Collingwood. had a wretched season with consistency and injuries last season, so a bit of a down year. It was on top of him being able to cover the ground really well, he does find himself in great attacking positions in the forward line. He knows when to leave space before leading into it rather than just leading into that space straight away. He had 2 shots on goal, both behind, off the back of some nice attacking positioning where he just held some ground and let the kicker put the ball into that space there. Next one, Bobby Hill was near on untouchable at ground level. He played much higher than usual, and I'm not sure if maybe Lockie Schultz playing as a deeper half forward flanker or forward pocketer has allowed Bobby to play higher, or if maybe Bobby's just riding off that confidence from the final series last season. He dances around everyone, and his disposal is just efficient. He finds the best player in the best position every single time. So I'm super excited to see if he can keep that consistency and continue to play high up the ground while scoring goals. I think he scored 2 goals this season. I think he scored 2 goals today as well and had a couple score assists. So really excited to see what Bobby can bring this season. Usual suspects just quickly: Nick Dacos, Pendlebury, timeless. Never seem like they're in any sort of trouble. Pendlebury's obviously always in cruise control, doesn't make a mistake, finds the best option. Nick Dacos is always looking to make that most, penetrating pass there is, whether it's by way of hand pass or using his foot. Left to goalie, great inside and outside, kicked a goal or 2, goal assists, played really well in the build-up sequences, whether it was by way of hand pass or kicking for him as well. So again, I'm really looking at Degoe and Dacos to take it to the next level. Ultimately, it just really seemed like they were a premiership midfield. And you want to throw Tom Mitchell in there. He was great as well. Kicked the goal, did his job. Just quickly, Bo McCreary played through the middle quite a bit today. Didn't have a whole lot from memory. He does battle hard. The pressure's always there. So that's more of a wait and see from my perspective. I'm not sure if I wasn't paying enough attention to him, but I didn't see much just yet. So again, just a wait and see on that one. Lockie Schultz, as I mentioned before, was a bit quieter. I think maybe he allowed Bobby Hill to play more aggressively up the ground. However, Bobby did have opportunity. Lockie did do well when he had the ball. He also was front and center for a long kick into the hotspot where he cleaned it up and snapped it in for a goal. So he did really well as well for what opportunities were presented towards him today. That's pretty much all I've got to report on today. If you like the content, give us a like, comment, subscribe, start a conversation with me. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Did I miss anyone that you'd like to know a little bit more about? We can go from there. Thanks guys, bye.